Okay. So y'all know I usually don't do daytime. Y'all know I take usually taking care of business. So I just took a break out because y'all know if you see, you need to be, if I had a bunch of daytime, y'all really need to be suspicious. Like, damn, what is she doing? But it's really about you getting the message and stuff like that. And I know I don't look the best like a supermodel in the video. Okay. But it's about the message that I come to you about. This video is about Bobbi Kristina. A lot of updates and that is occurring with Bobbi Kristina. A photo has been leaked. TMZ has reported of her in the hospital, and it shows a family member. You know what? If anything, I'll show the black community something. Is that you see with all the talent that Whitney Houston was, she had a whole bunch of snakes, dragons, and everything else around her. I was just so for her to feel so content to do dope, and she was gifted and stuff like that. But gosh, dope is bad for you. You know, you know what I'm saying. She was having, just so much stuff was going on. She was in the tabloid headlines, everything. It is what it is. Same thing I said while she living. I'm going to say she dead and go on. Okay, and if you love her so much, you couldn't stop her from doing dope nor save her. So don't get mad at what I say, because you have some fanatical, some psycho fanatics, okay? And they just don't want to face the reality of it. Her daughter followed one bad habit of her footsteps. Her daughter, Whitney was blessed with a great voice, but many y'all, talking about blessing and how to favor you. You better rethink that, especially when you get that talking about the, what I'm saying, the greatest love of all. Shucks, you know, we see she was blessed with a voice. She had a blessing, highly favored voice. She really did, but we just seen her life. Would you really want to trade your life to have a voice like that? But the photos got, and I got a good feeling they gonna have more photos leaked. Whatever. I don't know if the same funeral home gonna do it, and if they do it, they gonna be nervous. They gonna be, oh my goodness, that they gonna be uncomfortable. And I think everything what happened with Whitney is gonna happen again. They gonna have people going probably to the graveyard to dig up, and don't be surprised if it be somebody riding trail, some kind of way trail route with Nick Gordon. Nick Gordon then hired Casey Anthony's attorney to be his attorney. If you really innocent, would you really get Casey Anthony attorney to defend you? And you black, she white. We gonna see how this pan out for you. And that was Whitney Houston, the greatest love of all, daughter. Come on now. But you never know. These might be some people that have character and spirit, just like the people that brought Whitney down up in her life and stuff like that. Um, then they talking about they gonna place her on top of her mom. Okay, I agree with this bitch. Place her on top of her mom, and they done wiped out a whole bloodline. We don't know if she could have had a great grandchild that been in her footsteps or what. We don't know. I mean, we saw how her pregnancies. They wasn't. They wasn't able to go through well, and the hard times she had when they happened, and oh gosh. I'm saying, but if Whitney would have never smoked, if she would have never smoked, she would have never did drugs, or she would have did drugs more functional to where it didn't get out of control. I'm gonna say, you know, I wish she would have never, what I'm saying. I ain't. I'm saying that like I push her to do it. She was doing it. I was a child, so I heard the song "Grace of All" 5 years old. So, oh, take that charge away from me. Made me feel anything. Um, but she would have never smoked. Oh my God! Imagine how great her voice could be. And I looked at one of her interviews where she said, she's just getting started. This is not the best she could do. I'm talking about her album, My Love Is Your Love. That was her last great album, okay? The next album where she did Donny Hathaway, it was like she was pulling herself. she was putting it through, and I remember a lot of people on the reviews saying they didn't like it, and it didn't sell that many copies. And I looked at you, it really looked at like recovery, like she was recovering to bounce back from a drug habit. She really did, no joke. That is very unfortunate. Um, I'm talking about wiped out the whole bloodline, and so far as everybody else, child, the other, nieces and nephews, they into a whole nother genres of stuff. They into sports. Patty, like, she keep her daughter modest and old fashioned and stuff like that. Did y'all observe that? She ain't gonna let her daughter be no Bobbi Chris. She ain't gonna let her daughter be no entertainment. If she do be in the entertainment industry, it's gonna be classical. And she gonna make sure that girl, what her name, Rain, I think, Raina, or Rain is her name. Y'all see that Pat, huh? Now, I had to have a different impression of Pat after the show. I was like, well, she really did try her best to interact with Bobbi Kristina, and I believe that she used the show as a way of seriousness of how bad her habit was and that Nick was not right for her. And Nick has to be a super sociopath, okay, because this is Whitney Houston's daughter. She is famous. Anything happened to her, you know it's going to hit the news. And you know Whitney Houston had diehard fans, but then you may also know the 100,000 other people that violate her that made you bold to violate her too and be the sociopath that you are. And then also, he stole $11,000, which is real. I'm going to say, I'm surprised he didn't steal 90% of the money. Um, And then y'all also know that the ledge, oh gosh, I do not like that word because it just sounds like, okay, what does that mean? Sound a word you gotta break it down, like it just don't never get to the prime definition of it. Um, see, this is why I can't talk to y'all in the daytime. This is why I gotta wait till somebody sleep, till they come up, you know. What do you want to watch? And so, Um, the possible or rumored, um, drug dealer is dead from a possible overdose. Isn't this like the third friend in 1 year? At least, this is all what we know and what has been reported. The third in this year that has been found dead, because they had one on last year. She was a black girl. Then another friend died. I'm gonna say, shucks, if it wasn't right before, it was right after. And then it's alleged positive, you know what I'm saying? And y'all remember that song, Hold Up the Light? And you know, Whitney got there and said that song, Don't You See What Crack Can Do? And it's somehow people would get there and they get offended about you mentioning about how dangerous dope is, but then they want you to pray for a miracle from somebody, you know, so it's like, okay, come on, we all got problems. We about all got problems. That don't mean because somebody don't do dope, they ain't got no problems. But you know, conflict resolution, um, solving problems, you know, all this stuff they teach you in school. Mm-mm. So also the last thing I'm about to talk about is Bobbi Kristina, uh, with the $750,000 uh from a car accident she had. The guy suing. Well, y'all know how it is. People sue. Now whether he should be doing it or not, I don't know, cause it ain't me. And number two, I don't know how bad his injuries are. Um, I'm surprised the media got that late. Um, and so I'm just like, oh gosh, this one exhausting. It's a popular headline people want to hear on, but gosh, come on now, let that be a lesson for you to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? So y'all tune into this next video here. Y'all subscribe, reply, and share.